Shri Parashakti Vidyala CBSE Class 5th Subject English.
Good morning and welcome back to 5th English online class, my dear students. Today we are going to see Rose Unit 3 Section C, My Robot Robbie. Last week we see a story, Little My Robot Robbie. Now we continue this story. Okay, page number 62. In the morning, Mummy presses another button on Robbie's back. Robbie's eyes begin to glow. Its body starts humming to murmur a song, and turning to Mummy, it asks, "What may I do for you, madam?" It is then ready to start work again. Robbie can also tell stories and sing songs. I always enjoy the stories that it tells with spice and humor. Sometimes I also sing along with it. Robbie, to generate interest, all my friends, they come to my house, gather around it and talk to it. Sometimes they try to touch it and do some mischief. I do not like this, but Robbie wisely humors them by making humors means to entertain them by making some curious sound. Then they all laugh. One day my curious friend Ahil asked them, "How does Robbie live without food and water?" I had never thought of it. Why not ask Robbie itself? I said, but Mummy entered the room just then. We asked her. Mummy said, "Why don't you know Robbie live on electricity?" I was surprised. I asked, "When does it eat electricity?" She replied, "When you are at school and Robbie has no work to do." I asked, "How does it eat electricity?" "Like any other appliance in the home, like radio or TV, Mummy replied. Robbie is fed electricity through a wire. She called Robbie. She flicked means move with a jerk. A button on its back. She inserted to something a plug into the socket, connecting Robbie to the main electric supply. Electric batteries inside Robbie, explained Mummy, store electricity and supply it to the various part of Robbie, its glowing eyes. The motors that drive its arms and wheels, etc. Batteries have to be charged from time to time, just as you take food and water, so that Robbie continues to function. When the supply of electricity stops, Robbie stops. One day when I was playing cricket with Robbie, the ball hit it in the chest. It lost its balance and fell down. I was scared. I tried to lift it up, but it was very heavy. It fell down again. I called Papa. I came running and pressed some buttons at the back of Robbie. Nothing happened. Robbie lay still. No, not a doctor. Call your robot mechanic, Papa said. A few hours later, a mechanic came. He took some tools out of its back. And approached Robbie. He picked it up and laid it on a table and unscrewed the plate covering its stomach. I was amazed to see the inside of Robbie. It was full of red, yellow, and black wires, finely drawn circuits on boards, tiny multicolored cylinders, and numbered black boxes. It was not much different from the inside of a TV. What is it? It is the electronic brain of the robot, said the robot mechanic as he continued to test some points with a meter. At last, the mechanic repaired Robbie. He replaced the plate over Robbie's stomach and screwed it up. Then he pressed a button. Robbie got up immediately, as though nothing had happened. I looked on fascinated. Do you know which are the most popular robots today? Asked the robot mechanic. The domestic robots. What else? No, not at all. exclaimed the mechanic. The most popular robots today are the industrial robots. They are very popular in advanced countries like Japan, United States, and Germany. J.F. Engelberger was the first person who thought of creating a robot which could do useful work in a factory. He is the father of the industrial robot. He must have been a genius, I said. But tell me what robots are likely to do in the coming years. Yes, everybody is curious to know this, said the mechanic. Robots are likely to come in a big way in our lives in the coming century. Apart from helping on farms, watering the fields, and milking the cows, robots are likely to perform routine medical operations, but they will be the most beneficially used in all hazardous tasks which involve a risk to human life. That will be a great service to humankind. I said, I never thought a robot could be so useful to mankind. Yes, that's correct, said the mechanic and began to pack the tools and his meter into the handbag. But mind you, my dear friend, robots can be misused to destroy mankind too. How come? Robotic aircraft or missile carrying nuclear bombs can destroy this world, for instance. But how can robots harm human beings? The Asimov's laws of robotics do not permit them to, provided the laws are implemented, said the mechanic. If the laws are not enforced, what can robots do? They are robots, after all, mechanical slaves. Yes, true, very true. Thanks for giving me so much information. My pleasure and duty, said the mechanic. He picked up his handbag, had some papers signed by Papa, and left. As I looked back on that day, Robbie came to me and asked, why are you looking so glum, Sunny? May I do anything? No, I am not glum. I am thinking about the misuse of robots, be bad elements in the world. Well, any invention has its use and misuse. No invention is without its darker side. So is the case with us. But you have to admit that we are a marvelous invention. Yes, certainly you are a marvelous invention. I salute all of you. No, Sunny, no. Don't salute me or my community. We are simply gadgets. You must salute our creators, the scientists, engineers, and inventors who have created us and done so much for mankind. Some even spent their entire lives so that creating us became possible. I salute them. I too salute their genius. I wish I could become one and do something along the same lines so that mankind lives more happily and peacefully. Oh, you mean you want to become a robotic scientist? Yes, that's what I want to become. I am very happy, Sunny. But when you are working in the field of robotics, I hope you will discover something which will ensure that we will never be misused for the destructions of mankind. My best wishes, said Roby, and put forward its hand, which I took in both my hands. I will try my best, Roby, I said. This story is written by my robotics Roby by Dilip M. Salvi. Okay, next we see the question answer in the next class. Thank you, students.